Hello, I'm Vicky. Thank you so much for choosing to practice with me today here on the Feather and Flow Yoga YouTube channel. Today I'm going to guide you through a warrior themed vinyasa class. So it's going to incorporate all three of the warrior asanas, which are really good for encouraging a sense of self-confidence, of inner strength, and also focus and concentration. So let's get started today at the top of your mat, coming into Tadasana, mountain pose, with the feet about hip distance apart. Lift all 10 toes up, spread them wide, and then set them down, feeling the soles of your feet connecting to your mat. And then allow your arms to just hang naturally, slightly out in front of your body. Bring a gentle engagement to your core. Lift your shoulders up and then round them back, drawing the shoulder blades lightly towards one another. Go ahead and close the eyes. And we'll begin with just some really small movements back and forth with your body. So keeping the feet on the mat and just slowly rocking back and forth, feeling that shift in weight from the balls of your feet to the heels of your feet. Noticing how that feels. Really small, tiny movements before settling in a neutral, central space. So it feels as though your shoulders are over your hips and your hips are over your ankles. Take a big nourishing breath in through the nose. And when you're ready to exhale, open the mouth, let it go with a sigh. Keeping the eyes closed for just a moment or two as you breathe in and out through just the nose. Giving yourself some time to feel centered, to feel present. Allowing thoughts to just become background noise as you connect to your physical body and to your breath. And when you're ready, go ahead and blink open the eyes. And as you inhale, circle the arms up overhead, bring the palms to touch, look up. And as you exhale, send your left arm out in front of you, your right arm back behind you, taking a twist here as you gaze out over your right shoulder. Inhale, circle the arms up overhead, face the front, and exhale, send left arm back behind you, right arm out in front, turning to look out over your left shoulder this time. Inhale, bring it back to the center. Interlace the fingers, but keep the index fingers pointing up. And as you breathe in, reach up tall with the arms. And as you exhale, step your right foot out to the right. Reach your upper body to the right as you send your hips to the left, getting a side body stretch. Inhale, step the foot back in, reach up tall, and exhale, step your left foot to the left, reach to the left as you send your hips to the right. Inhale, bring it back to the center, release your fingers, and then interlace the hands behind your back. Draw the palms to touch as you roll your shoulders back, opening your heart. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, lead with your heart as you come into a forward fold. When you get as far as you want to go, peel your hands away from you, bringing the hands down towards the ground. You can have a generous bend through the knees here, breathing into the backs of the legs and the front of the shoulders. Let the head be heavy. And then slowly take your time to roll up. Go slower than you want to go. Let your head and shoulders be the last to lift. Release the hands when you get to the top and begin to circle the shoulders, drawing big exaggerated circles. And then change direction, circling forwards this time. Gently release, and as you inhale, circle the arms up overhead once more. And as you exhale, sit low for chair pose, Uttanasana. So you can do this with the feet hip distance apart, or you can heel toe the feet so that the big toe mounds come to touch. Now wherever you are, bring your hands to your low ribs and just check in that you're not arching the back and flaring the ribs. We don't want that. So instead try and tuck those low ribs in, which in turn is going to help you to keep your core engaged and your spine neutral. Reach the arms up overhead. Sit lower if you can. So most of your weight is in the heels here, building strength. When you're ready, begin to shift your weight onto your left foot. As you lift your right foot back behind you, spread the toes. And then slowly with control, step the right foot back, Take warrior one. So the right toes point out diagonally around about 45 degrees. The hips face forwards. And your left knee is bent with the knee just over the ankle or slightly behind. Interlace the hands behind the back. Draw the palms towards one another once more as you open your heart. And as you exhale, use your core to come forwards, taking a humble warrior. Let the head be heavy. Peel your arms away from you, bringing the hands down towards the ground once more. And when you're ready to lift up, step into that left heel, coming to rise up tall. As you inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, float the fingers down, plant the hands and step back to a plank position. As you exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. And inhale, peel the chest up for a baby cobra. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale, lower the chest. Move through a tabletop position. And then tuck the toes, lift the knees and lift the hips. Take downward facing dog. Option to walk the feet forward just a couple of inches. Push the mat away, lift your hips up high. Bend the knees deeply, look between the two thumbs, walk, step or hop to the front of your mat. And as you inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Bring your fingertips in line with your toes. Inhale, rise all the way up, circle the arms up overhead, look up at your thumbs. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart in Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead once more, and exhale, sit low. Take Uttanasana, chair pose once more. Same thing here, just checking in that you're not flaring the ribs. Sit low. When you're ready, begin to shift your weight onto your right foot this time as you lift your left foot back behind you and spread the left toes. No worries if you wobble. And then slowly with control, stepping back to Virabhadrasana 1 on the other side. Hips face forward, breathe. Interlacing the hands behind you once more, but this time bring the other thumb on top. Open your heart and exhale, use your core to come forwards. Take your humble warrior, peel the hands away from you. When you're ready to rise up, press into your right heel. And as you inhale, reach the arms up high once more. And exhale, frame the front foot, step it back. Option to lower all the way down once more and take Cobra. Or if Chaturanga's in your practice, lower halfway. And as you inhale, take upward facing dog. Meeting in downward facing dog. Let's pause here for 5 big breaths in and out through the nose. Push the mat away even more. Lift the hips even higher. Gazing towards your belly button. Breathing evenly. When you're ready, bend the knees, walk, step or hop to the front of your mat. And inhale, lift up halfway, draw the shoulder blades towards one another. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, circle the arms up overhead, look up. Exhale, hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Keep your core engaged. Find your drishti, so somewhere to focus out in front of you. Shifting your weight onto your left foot, lift your right knee up towards your chest. Spread the right toes. Breathe. From here, begin to extend the leg out long, straightening the leg as much as you can. No worries if it's still bent through the knee. Then you're going to begin to slowly lower the leg, swooping it all the way back behind you into warrior 3. So keeping a micro bend through the left knee and really kicking out of the right heel. The right toes point down to the ground. And then reach the hands back behind you like an aeroplane. Slowly bend the left leg. Take warrior 2 this time. So your right foot is parallel with the short edge of the mat. And The heels of the feet can be in line, or you can have the heel of your left foot in line with the arch of your right foot, whichever feels best for you. Your left knee is bent, and just bring your hands to your hips and check in that they feel even. Open up your arms, gaze out over your left middle finger for warrior two. On your next inhale, flip the left wrist and reverse your warrior. Bring it back to warrior two. As you inhale, reach forwards with the upper body, and then as you exhale, float your left fingertips down to the mat and reach your right fingers and your right arm up towards the sky. Option to gaze up at your right thumb if it feels okay for your neck. Wherever you are, really press into the left heel and make sure that your the outside edge of your right foot remains connected to the ground. When you're ready, use your core strength to rise back to warrior two, gazing out over that left middle finger, and exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step back to a plank position and move through your vinyasa. Inhaling for your back bend, exhaling for downward facing dog. Bend the knees, walk, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Crown of the head points towards the front of your room, and exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale to rise up, your arms reach up overhead, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center in prayer position. Shifting your weight onto your right foot this time, bring your left knee in towards your chest. Spread the left toes, find your drishti once more, and then begin to straighten the left leg. Building strength through the left hip flexor and the core. And when you're ready, begin to glide the left leg slowly back as you come into warrior three. Left toes point down to the ground, kick out through that left heel, and bring the arms back like an airplane. When you're ready, slowly bend the right knee, come into warrior two. So again, take your time setting up. Left foot is parallel with the short edge of the mat. Right knee is bent. Hips feel even. And then open out the arms. The arms feel really strong here as you gaze out over the right middle finger. Inhale, bring the palm of your right hand to face up. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, bring it back to warrior two. Inhale, reach forwards with the upper body. Exhale, float the right fingertips down to the mat. Left hand reaches up to the sky, option to look up. Keeping the outside edge of your left foot connected to the mat and really stepping into your right heel. So you're going to feel that right glute activate when you do that. As you inhale, continue to press into that right heel as you rise up. Look out over your right middle finger, warrior two. And exhale, cartwheel the hands, step back and move through your vinyasa one more time. Inhaling for your back bend, up dog or cobra. Exhaling for downward facing dog. Big breath in through the nose. Big sigh through the mouth. From here, step your left foot forwards, turn on the back foot for warrior two, and come to rise up. Bringing your hands to your hips just to check in with your foundation, and then opening up the arms once more. Straighten the front leg, and as you inhale, reach forwards with the upper body, and exhale, float the left hand down, coming into Trikanasana. So your left hand can rest on your shin, on the ground, even taking hold of the left big toe, wherever it feels best for you. Gazing up at your right thumb if it feels okay for your neck. And as you inhale, use your core strength to rise up. Bend the left leg, take warrior two. This time let's add a little mudra here. Take chin mudra, so both palms face up to the sky, and then bring your thumb and forefinger, index finger to touch. So chin mudra is really good for focus and concentration. Bring your awareness back to the breath. Breathing evenly through the nose. Release your mudra. And on your next inhale, reach forwards with the upper body. And as you exhale, float your left elbow to your left knee and reach your right arm beyond the ear, taking extended side angle. And although we're resting our elbow on the left knee, try not to collapse your weight there. Try and use your core strength to keep you light and lifted here. And you can choose to stay here, or you can take a bind if that's in your practice, reaching your left hand through underneath your left leg and your right hand back behind you. Breathe. When you're ready to release, come back to warrior two and exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step back to a plank position and then lift the hips up for downward facing dog. Push the mat away. When you're ready, step the right foot forward this time and take warrior two once more. So the left foot is parallel with the short edge of your mat. Heels can be in line with one another, or the right heel in line with the arch of the left foot. Hips are even. Arms extend away from one another, really reaching the fingertips away from the opposite hand. When you're ready, straighten the front leg. And on your next inhale, reach forwards with the upper body and come into Trikanasana, triangle pose. On the other side. So option to look up at your left thumb if it feels okay, or you can just look down here. And as you inhale, use your core strength to rise up. Exhale, bend the right leg, take warrior two. Take chin mudra once more. Gazing at your right thumb and index finger. Core is engaged, feeling strong, confident and focused. Release your mudra. Inhale to reach forwards. Exhale to float the right elbow down to the knee and reach your left arm beyond the ear. Option to stay here or to take a bind if that's in your practice. Try not to let the outside edge of your left foot lift. Keep it connected to your mat. Keep actively pressing into the right heel. Gently release, rise up, take warrior two. And then from here, bring both feet to face the front. So you're still standing with a wide step. And then turn the toes out towards the corners of your mat. Hands come to the hips. And as you exhale, bend the knees deeply, sending the knees out away from one another. Sit low. You can keep the hands here on the hips, or you can come into the full goddess pose with the arms bent at right angles. And you can stay here, or you can begin to pulse up and down. Trying not to lean forward. Try not to hold the breath. Keep the breath flowing, using it as your energy source. When you're ready, rise up, turn to face the front of your mat and come to stand tall at the front with the feet together or hip distance apart. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, look up, and exhale, hinge at the hips, take a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, come down onto the shins, and then sit the hips down towards the heels as you come into child's pose. Bring it back to the breath. Notice if your awareness has drifted off, if thoughts have come back to the forefront, and see if you can just let them drift on by, remaining present in this moment. Feeling your belly press into your thighs with every breath. Feeling a release and a stretch through the whole of the back. When you're ready, gently rise up and send the legs to one side and then out in front of you. Extend your right leg out long and bring the sole of the left foot to the right inner thigh. Square your upper body over the right leg, and as you inhale, lengthen the spine, sit tall, flex the right foot, and as you exhale, fold your body over the right leg. So think about drawing your belly down towards your thigh. Gazing out over the top of your toes, breathe here. And if it feels good, you can begin to lower your head down as well, feeling the stretch travel further up the back, drawing your head down towards your knee. Lift the head, begin to walk the upper body up, and then place the left foot on the outside edge of your right leg. Bring your left arm back behind the base of your spine, and then hook the right elbow on the outside edge of the left knee. Turn to look out over your left shoulder, and try not to collapse back here, but keep sitting nice and tall as you twist. Resetting the spine. And you can choose to stay here, or if a bind is in your practice, you can reach the right arm under the leg and take hold of the fingers with the left hand. Thinking about drawing your shoulder blades towards one another. Gently release as you look ahead. Straighten your left leg down on the mat. Place the sole of the right foot to the left inner thigh, squaring your body over that left leg. Inhale for length, exhale, fold forward. So your left foot is flexed and you're gazing out over those left toes. Using your exhales to work through any tightness in that left hamstring. And then option to round the back a bit more, bringing your head down towards the knee. Gently release as you rise up, excuse me, and then place the right foot on the outside edge of the left leg. Bring your right hand back behind you as you hook the left elbow and turn to look out over your right shoulder. Same thing here, you can take a bind if you wish, or you can stay exactly where you are. Gently release. Extend both legs this time. Bring your hands out in front of you and slowly use your core to lower all the way down. Go slower than you want to go. Hug your knees into your chest. Lightly tuck your chin. And from here we'll come into happy baby pose. So take hold of the outside edges of the feet. Bring the feet up and flex the feet as if you're about to walk on the ceiling, and then use your arms to draw your knees in towards the armpits. And you can always take hold of the inner arches of the feet if that feels more comfortable. Maybe you want to stay still or to rock side to side, finding something that feels good for you. Gently release, lowering your feet down to the mat, and then lengthen the legs, stretching the feet out wide, maybe as wide as your mat, letting the toes fall to the sides. Bring your hands down with the palms facing up, plenty of space here as you begin to close your eyes, and allow yourself to melt into your mat for Shavasana. Feeling a sense of heaviness wash through your body, from your heels, traveling up your legs to your hips, your low back, your upper back and shoulders. Heaviness washing down the arms, to the hands. Even your head feels heavy. Beginning to soften the eyebrows, corners of the eyes, corners of the mouth, and relax your jaw. Just let everything go, giving yourself permission to just be here in relaxation. And I'll let you know when Shavasana is complete. Begin to deepen your breath as you begin to bring some movement to your fingers and your toes, your ankles and your wrists. Bringing your awareness back to the room. And keeping the eyes closed for now, slowly roll onto one side and then make your way to a seated position on your mat. Take your time getting there. Allow yourself to ease back into this present moment. And then bring your hands to heart center in prayer position. Lightly tuck your chin towards your chest, bowing your head. And just take a moment here to feel a sense of gratitude for taking some time out of your day today to dedicate to your practice, to your well-being. Maybe you'd like to take an opportunity now to set an intention for the rest of your day. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.